We're continuing our work with multi-digit subtraction. Our learning target today, yay, is to practice, let's see, and discuss subtraction methods so we can solve real-world math problems involving subtraction. We'll be able to do that. We're going to look at some word problems and discuss them, and I think we'll check our work showing how addition relates to subtraction. I would like to do that as well. So the first thing I want to do is go over Monday's problem from yesterday. I graded those. And my remote students, I really need you to do these because I noticed that some of you are not doing these, and it's important that you do because this is where I get your grades from. So make sure you're doing them. Yesterday's was Gabe earned $150 selling lemonade and $76 picking up pine cones. He spent $49 on Legos. How much money does he have left? All right, Astria, you want to walk me through it?
So first you add 150 and 76.
So 150, how did you know to add it first?
Because
What's your key word here?
he earned.
Right, so is that your first step?
Yes.
Okay, what's 0 plus 6?
6.
5 plus 7?
12.
Make a new group. 1 plus 1?
2.
All right, next step, what do I do next?
226 minus 49.
How did you know to subtract 49? What helped you know that? What key word? Spend $49 on Legos. And also, how much does he have left? So, walk me through it, Astria. 6 minus 9. Can I do that?
No. So, you're going to cross out the 2, make it a 1, and make the 6 is 16. 16 minus 9 is 6.
16 minus 10 would be 6. 16 minus 9 would be
7.
7. Can I do 1 minus 4?
No, so you're going to go to the 2 and make it a 1. Make that 11, and 11 minus 4 is 7.
And 1 minus nothing is?
1.
You should have gotten $177, right? That's your unit. All right, you will get those back in your Friday folder. I did comment on yours. So if you got it returned to you, that's because there may have been a mistake. Otherwise, I put it in the comment section on your Google Doc. All right, so today we have another one. So my remote learners, I want to show you how to get there because I really need you to do it, okay? So Gavin, I need you to do it. I don't want ones on report cards for problem solving when I know you can do it. So everybody's going to do it. Here's, if you are remote, you'll go to classwork for Google Classroom. And you'll see under math, because remember, here's math. Today's lesson, Tuesday, 2:15, lesson 4.15. It has problem solving number 5. Click on that. I made a copy for each of you. Type your answer and make sure you turn it in. Now you guys in person are going to get yours on paper. Here's the problem. I can do some too.
Do you think you made enough for the
Yeah.
under the
Oh, yeah.
second graders?
Astria bought 4 bags of candy that had 6 pieces of candy in each bag. She shared them equally with herself and 2 friends. How many pieces of candy did each person get? I'm going to read that again, Josh and Henrik, because I really don't want you to let me fool you, okay? Listen. Astria bought 4 bags of candy that had 6 pieces of candy in each bag. She shared them equally with herself and two friends. Be careful on that part. How many pieces of candy did each person get? Finish? Sorry. Raise your hand if you did not get one.
Oh my goodness, so you got one.
All right, here we go. There you go. Please put your name at the top. If your name is already at the top, put a smiley face there for me, from me to you. If it is not, do that now. Put your name at the top. Thank you. Name, please. Nathan, can you put your name on it? You didn't get one? Hold up, hold up. That's weird. You don't have extra, Mrs. Harris? Where'd she go? That was that. Hold up, hold up, hold up. You have extra? I give you.
I'm sorry, tip in my feet to the second.
Okay.
I was gonna write names on.
Oh, thank you. Once you have your name on it and you have shown your work and labeled your answer, do you have your units next? Your name, your work, and your units. Like if it's dollars or whatever it is. You may turn it in. Is your name on it and does it have the right initial next so I know who it is?
I put Max.
Okay, that helps.
I
Thank
put
you.
Max. I forgot to label.
I'm gonna put them in there just so you know what they were.
Just one more tomorrow and that's all with it.
Why?
I promise the secretary guys, you don't have to.
Okay, thank you, Mrs. Davidson. I love how Lucas is underlining his important information. Nice job. Check your work if you have time. Double check it. Check your multiple, well, check your work. Don't mean to check your work. What I notice is sometimes you know what operation to use, but your answers are not accurate. So that makes it so hard to grade because I know you knew what to do, you just didn't either add right, multiply right, divide right, or subtract right. So check your work. When you're finished, you can put your paper in the basket. If you're remote, when you're finished, be sure to turn it in. All right, friends at home, how are we doing? Anybody need another minute? You need another minute, Reese? Okay. Gavin, how about you? Did you get to turn it in? Henry needs another minute. Haley, you're doing okay? Yeah. Okay. Okay, my in-person learners, if you need 1 minute or 0, show me on your fingers. All right, I'm going to go ahead. We'll head back to our lesson. We did problem solving 5 today. Here is your question. You're going to write in your math spiral. This is fractions today. Which one doesn't belong? 1/2, 5/3, 2/10, or 2/5. Which one doesn't belong? And be sure you can explain why it doesn't belong. Write down your answer in your spiral, be thinking. Some of them have something in common. One of them does not. Which one is it? 1/2, 5/3, 2/10, 2/5. Just to remind you, the top number of a fraction is the numerator. The bottom number of a fraction is the denominator. So if you want to explain your thinking in that way, using that vocabulary, top number is numerator, bottom number is denominator.
That's probably is it my friend?
Then,
No, that's not my friend. I mean, he's my friend too, but it wasn't my friend. Katie's screen is entirely black. She can't see anything in your show. You can see your face. That's it. Above or all blacked out. So I had to turn it off and restart again. That's really weird. Yeah, I've never seen it before. I couldn't figure out what in the world. So we're just gonna have her start her computer again and see if that helps.
oh, I hope so.
But if I run out of here again.
All right. Any ideas from my friends at home? Haley, what do you think?
1/2.
Why do you think 1/2 doesn't belong?
Because his section is only a quarter and not a half. So it's too much.
I'm not sure I agree with that. So each fraction has, so what do the others have in common if that one does not belong, I guess would be my question for you to think about. Let's hear from Josh Carter.
So I think 5/3 doesn't belong.
He says 5/3 doesn't belong because,
Because all of them, like 1/2 is 2, and like 2/10 is 2, and 2/5 is 2, so 5/3 doesn't have a 2.
so he says 5/3 doesn't belong because it doesn't have a 2 in the numerator or the denominator, but all the other fractions do. Okay, Sunny, what do you think?
I think it's that one because the numerator is bigger than
Okay, so excellent. Sunny said 5/3 doesn't belong because the numerator is greater than the denominator. But the other fractions, the numerator, the top number is less than the denominator, which means that they are, here comes Katie. That means that they are less than 1 whole. 5/3 is a fraction that's greater than 1 whole. It's 1 2/3. So good job, you guys. Nicely done. All right. 3-act task. Someone was asking, are we going to do one? Get your notebooks ready. Here it is. What do you notice? What do you wonder? We've had a rainbow theme lately. What do you notice? What do you wonder?
Oh, that's the St. Patrick's Day thing. There you go. Oh, corner, you can say it says Patrick's Day.
Remember when you're writing your noticings and your wonderings to use your cuts, capitals at the beginning? periods at the end. Use your best spelling.
Only rainbows.
What do you notice? What do you wonder? Write it down. Go turn it. Should we do our messiest handwriting? No, still using all your writing skills. Still use those writing skills. Start on the left of your notebook, just like when I model it for you, you should be writing that, okay? Getting ready for 4th grade. We know how to write on notebook paper. What do you notice? What do you wonder?
Can you use capitals and periods, guys? Can you use capitals and periods and question marks if you're wondering, you have a question?
Think about those cups. All that work this year on cups. Let's do it. Ellie, what do you notice? What do you wonder?
I wonder how many people made it.
Oh, that's a great wonder. Ellie's wondering, I wonder how many people made it. Josh Lewis.
I wonder how many ants there are.
Yeah, so do I. I think that might be our focus question. I wonder how many hands there are. That was Mr. Lewis. Yeah, let's hear from Lyric.
There are 12 blue hands.
She noticed there are 12 blue hands. Thank you, Ms. Valdez. Gabe.
I noticed that there are 33,
You think there are 33 red hands?
yeah.
Ah, you guys are getting specific. Sawyer,
I noticed that it says St. Patrick's Day.
it's St. Patrick's Day.
No, it says that.
So I noticed that it is St. Patrick's Day. It is St. Patrick's Day. So that might be their bulletin board for St. Patrick's Day. All right, Madison.
I noticed the rainbow is hands.
The rainbow is hands. Sunny.
I wonder if you know all the hands and times it by 2, that would be everybody's favorite that.
Okay, I wonder if you count all the hands and divide it by 2. Oh.
Multiply it. Multiply it.
By 2, would that be everybody's hand that did it? Wow, that was some math there. God bless you. Sunny Poe, yes. Lila Maris.
I noticed that there are 9 purples.
She noticed there are 9 purple hands. And Haley Booker.
I noticed it's a rainbow.
It is a rainbow. All right. Anybody at home want to share? Haley, calendar?
I noticed there are, hold on, 9 hands in the purple row.
I noticed there are 9 hands in the purple row. Haley calendar. I'm gonna stop sharing, see if there's anyone else. Haley, you always seem to pop up on my screen so big. Ben, did you want to share? Or Henry, or Katie, or Reese, or Gavin? Anything you notice, Katie? Or wonder?
When Ben, it was already ready.
We didn't hear you, honey. Can you do it again?
I was already writing what Ben told you when he did. I was already writing that question. That was my thinking.
Okay, same thinking. Thank you for sharing. All right, Henry, make sure you're giving whole body listening, bud. See you moving around a lot. All right, let's head back to the task and see how we did with our wonderings. Our focus question is exactly what Josh asked us. How many hands are there in total? How many hands are there in total? Go ahead and start figuring out your estimate. How many hands are there all together? The pinkish red, the orange, the yellow, the green, the blue, and the purple. Uh-huh. I can do.
Yeah, we didn't have much sun today. Is that better? I can do that one too. That'll really help. It's the reflection of the show.
Wow, now that's real good. Yay. Real good. Whoa.
All right, Astria has her estimate. Astria, what are you guessing?
I'm guessing 100.
She says 100. Gabe, what are you thinking? 113. Sunny? 101. Max?
101.
Another 101. How about you, Lila Maris?
60.
What is it?
60.
She says 60. Max?
132.
132. Katie, what do you think?
118.
118. Henry, what do you think?
70.
70. Read. Haley says 100.
It has to be above.
Henry, you gotta, I'm sorry, go ahead. Reese?
I think it's either 50 or 118.
All right, we'll have to see. Ben, what are you thinking?
100.
100. Jensen. Did Jensen make it?
He is not, I've been trying to get him on, securely, but I did not see him.
Okay. Okay, well, let's see our next clue. Here's the amounts. There are 31 reds, 26 orange, 22 yellows, 17 green, 13 blue, and 9 purple. So Lila and Haley Callender, Lila Maris and Haley Callender were right about the purple. And you were close. Speaking of Jensen, there he is. Yeah, there were 31 red, not 33, just so we know. And the blue was 13, not 12. So we were close, but off a little. It's hard unless you can touch it and count them. So Jensen, I know you just arrived. We're doing our 3-act task. And we had this awesome rainbow of hands. We're trying to figure out how many hands. We made an estimate, and now here are the amounts. So we're going to see if our estimate was close to the actual. Also, Jensen, there is a problem I need you to do on Google Classroom. It's problem solving number 5. I really need you to do that. Turn it in because that's where I'm getting my problem solving grades for report cards. So make sure you do it. Thank you, bud.
That's on Google Classes, like, then, right?
Yes. So Mrs. Harrison's going to check, make sure everyone gets theirs in. Looks like Haley saying 118 now. Haley, is that right? I'm looking in chat.
Oh, sorry.
118, I think, is what Haley's guessing now. Now that was old thing, so we already solved that problem. All right. This one takes a little time. I'm gonna give you a few more minutes to try to solve it. I just did it all in my head. I wonder if it was right. I love math. It's fun. All right, Gabe, what are you thinking? He says 118, Astria. 118, Lila. 108. What do you think? 118, Cooper. Josh. Ellie. Sonny. Sawyer. Paxton. Max. 117. What do you think, Cerne? 118. Robert, did you want to? Madison. 119. Okay, silent drum roll. Semi-silent. Yep. There are 118 hands. So, okay, I've got another one for you. Let's make this a real thinker. Here's your extension question. How many pairs of hands are there? If every person did both of their hands, how many pairs of hands are there? And then we can answer Ellie's question, her wondering on how many people made it. Yep, 118 hands. The question is, how many pairs is that? Remember what a pair stands for. Do the math. Do the math. See if you can figure it out. There's 118 hands. We want to know how many pairs that is. If you put them in groups of pairs, which is Go for it. I'll give you a minute. I want to see your answers. 118, how many pairs is that? And don't say, I don't know how to do that. That's too hard. You can figure it out. Stretch your brain a little. Think outside the box. Try.
So 9 plus 9 equals 18. So that means we add 10. I just said the answer.
So by the end, I'll tell them who's
Okay, so far I only have.
Okay. All right. Astria, what do you think it is?
160.
Well, how many pairs are in 118? That means groups of,
2.
so your number's got to be smaller. Gabe, what are you thinking? 59. What do you think, Sonny? 68. What do you think, Lucas? 6 to 8? 6 times 2 is 12, right? 8 times 2 is 16. We're looking at 118. Gonna have way more than that. What are you thinking?
I was gonna say 96, but I think that's wrong.
Because 2 times 96 would be, 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times 90 is 180. 192. We got 118. What do you think?
64.
64. What do you think, Finn?
59.
59. Okay, look at this. If we wanted to know how many pairs, there's 118. What are we doing? What operation? Dividing it by 2. You could say, Mrs. Aubin, I can't divide big numbers, but can you divide 100 by 2? And can you do 18 divided by 2?
Yeah, that's how I did it.
Now see if you can figure it out. How many 2s are in 100? Or 2 times what equals 100? 2 times what equals 18?
So I knew that 18 divided by 2 equals, or 18 divided by 2 equals 9, and divided by 2.
Here, just say it in here. Don't touch it though.
So 100 divided by 2 equals 50, and 18 divided by 2 equals 9. So it equals 59.
Let's see if he's right. You guys ready? There are 59 pairs of hands. So that helps answer Ellie and Sunny's question. It is kind of, we did an extension. Yep, we made it a 4-act test, the kids are saying. Well done. All right, subtraction with regrouping has been our focus. I just wanted to remind you, after I graded some of our subtraction, we're gonna look at this real quick, guys. Here we go. Give your attention. Instead of listening to me review it, you get a manly voice. Here you go. A manly voice.
Written the same subtraction problem twice. Here we see we're subtracting.
That's called the expanded method, Sawyer, remember?
And all I did here is I expanded out the numbers. I wrote 629 is 600 plus 20 plus 9. And I rewrote 172. The 1 is 100, so that's there. This is 7 tens. It's in the tens place, so it's 70. And then the 2 is 2 1s, so it just represents 2. And we'll see why this is useful in a second. So let's let's just start subtracting. We'll start with the ones place. So we have 9 minus 2. Well, that's clearly just 7. And over here, we can also say, well, 9 minus 2, we have the subtraction out front, that is going to be 7. Pretty straightforward. But then something interesting happens when we get to the tens place. We're going to try to subtract 2 minus 7, or we're going to try to subtract 7 from 2. And we haven't learned yet how to do things like negative numbers, which we'll learn in the future. So we have a problem. How do you subtract a larger number from a smaller number? Well, luckily, we have something in our toolkit called regrouping, sometimes called borrowing. And that's why this is valuable. When we're trying to subtract the 7 from a 2, we're really trying to subtract this 70 from this 20. Well, we can't subtract the 70 from the 20, but we have other value in the number. We have value in the hundreds place. So why don't we take 100 from the 600, so that becomes 500, and give that 100 to the tens place.
Sorry, I'm trying to
Give that 100 to the tens place. What is 100 plus 20? Well, it's going to be 100, and it's going to be 120. So all I didn't change the value of 629. I took 100 from the hundreds place and I gave it to the tens place. Notice 500 plus 120 plus 9 is still 629. We haven't changed the value. So how would we do that right over here? Well, if we take 100 from the hundreds place, this 600 becomes a 500, and we give that 100 to the tens place, it's going to be 10 hundreds. So this will now become a 12. This will now become a 12. But notice this 12 in the tens place represents 12 tens, or 120. So this is just another way of representing what we've done here. There's no magic here. This is often called borrowing, where you say, hey, I took a 1 from the 6 and I gave it to the 2, but wait, why did this 2 become a 12? Why was I able to add 10? Well, you've added 10 tens, or 100. You took 100 from here, so 600 became 500, and then 20 became 120. But now we're ready to subtract. 12 tens minus 7 tens is 5 tens. Or you could say 120 minus 70 is 50. And then finally, you have the hundreds place. 5 minus 1 is equal to 4. But that's really 500 minus 100 is equal to 400. 500 minus 100 is equal to 400. And so you get 457, which is the same thing as 400 plus 50 plus 7.
All right, I thought that was good because it's the first time I've seen a video that actually talked about that expanded method, and I thought that was good. All right, so, sorry guys. Yep. All right. So today we're going to turn to page 248, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that ungrouping that we just heard about. And I know I'm skipping a page. I did that by design. We're going to go backwards today. So on 248, just seemed to make sense to me to do this first. So we're going to look at just basic subtraction, and we're going to see again, do we need to ungroup to make more tens? Do we need to ungroup to make more ones? So we're going to do 3 of these. They're pretty straightforward. I think you will find them pretty much a review, but some of us are still needing it, and we all can use that practice. So Adair subtracted 595 from 834. So in your math workbook, let's write that problem out. Which number is going to go on top, Ellie? 834, right? So go ahead and write the 834, and you're going to subtract the 595. Make sure you're lining it up in the place value rows. So when we look at this problem and we're getting ready to subtract, we always start in our ones place, not always, but when we do the U.S. Common, which most of you prefer, in the ones place, can we compute that, 4 minus 5? Can we do that? No. The 4 is too small, right? And just like in the video, Haley, you can't do that unless you're in negative numbers. Are we ready for negative numbers? Not yet. Nope, not yet. We will. So what do I have to do? I have to make a new group. I got to borrow or ungroup. So cross out that 3, make it a 2. Now you have 14 minus 5. 14 minus 5, Cooper. Did you write this? You have the problem done? Okay, 14 minus 5, what's that equal? 9. Can I do 2 minus 9? So I gotta ungroup the 100, make it a 7. Can I do 12 minus 9? What's that equal? 7 minus 5. All right, so now let's look at the work we just did. Let's answer the question. Did Adair have to ungroup to make more 10s? Yes or no? Yes. It says explain. Because why did we have to do that? Can we do 3, or actually it was 2 at that point. Can you do 2 minus 9? No. Yes, because you can't subtract 9 from 2. You can't do it. Did she have to ungroup to make more 1s? Look at the 1s place. Did we have to? Could you do 4 minus 5?
No.
So did we have to ungroup to make more 1s? Yes, we had to. Yes, because you can't subtract 5 from 4. All right, now go ahead and get that written, and then we'll do the next 2 together, and I'll let you do the last one on your own. But let's make sure you get this written so you have a model to help you with the others. Make sure your writing is readable. Yeah, we want to be able to read it. Yes.
You couldn't subtract 4 from 5 instead of 5 from 4.
But you can do 4 from 5. 4 from 5 is 1. You can't. Because 4 is too small. If I try to take 5 from 4, can I do that? I can't. It's not enough. If you would rather say, yes, because 4 minus 5 is impossible, or 4 is too small to take 5 away from it, you could use different words if that's confusing to you. When I say you can't take 9 from 2, it's the same as saying you can't take 9 away from 2. Maybe that would help you. Does that make more sense? You can't take 5 away from 4.
Like you have
Yeah,
4 apples, but you can't take away 5.
you can't. If I only have 4 apples, I can't give you 5. Okay, let's do Beatrice. Beatrice subtracted 441 from 950. Oh, can we do 0 minus 1?
No.
No. Do we need to make more 1s?
Yeah.
Yes. 10 minus 1 is? 9. 4 minus 4 is? 0. What's 9 minus 4? So for this one, did she have to ungroup to make more tens. No, we were able to do 4 minus 4, right? No, we didn't need more tens. No, because you can take 4 from 4. It gives you 0. But did we have to get new ones? Did we have to get more ones? Lyric, did we need more ones?
Yes.
Yes. Because can we do 0 minus 1? No, yes. Because, and I'll change the words a little, Max. Yes, because you can't do 0 minus 1. That would work as well. All right, we've done 2 of these. I want you to do number 9. You're going to do number 9. The name is Juan, maybe? Juan subtracted 236 from 546. I'm giving you guys the easiest one, Lucky. You get the easy one. I did the hard ones with you. Did he have to ungroup to make more tens? Explain. Did he have to ungroup to make more ones? Explain. His name is Juan. He's subtracting 236 from 546. Make sure you put 546 on top. That is your bigger number. All that filled out, and we'll be doing the last one. So I see some of you didn't want to explain. You need to do that writing. It's good practice, and you've been told to. So follow directions. You need to do this. It's not a choice. It wasn't you can do it if you feel like it. It was an expectation. So please do that. It is expected that you write during math. So you need to do that. You don't have to do it in cursive. You can do it in print if that's faster. Whichever's quicker for you. Henrik, awesome job. Looking great. Super. Yay, Ellie. Okay. So now see if you can do it on your own without Mrs. Alden. I bet you can. Elena can do it. Get those written. So look at this one again. Did you make it in there? Did you do this subtraction? Do it here, Regina. Let me see it. 526 minus 236. So this should be 236. Make it smaller so you can see it. You have a place to write the answer. Minus 6, 4 minus 3. Why are you doing this? Guys, do not just cross things out unless you what? You have to, otherwise you're going to get the wrong answer. Did you have to ungroup at all? Oh, I'm so glad we did this lesson because I think some of you are still confused. This was good. I want to show you again, 546. This is what I just saw from a student. 6 minus 6, 0, and then I saw this. Immediately, without even looking at it. What was the problem?
That you don't need to cross out the 5.
You should not automatically cross things out in subtraction just to do it. That is not what I'm teaching you. I am teaching you to only make new groups and ungroup when needed. 6 minus 6, do I need to make a new group? No, the number on top is big enough. 4 minus 3, do I need to make a new group? If the number, Sawyer, turn around. If the number on top is bigger than the number you're taking away, do not make a new group. You're going to get the wrong answer. That's 4 minus 3 is 1. 5 minus 2. Can you do it? You should have said no. No, we didn't make any new groups. We didn't have to ungroup to make more 10s because you can do 4 minus 3. Or you could have said because 4 is greater than 3. No, we didn't ungroup to make more 1s because you can do 6 minus 6. Can't you? Yes, no, maybe? You can do 6 minus 6. All right, so that was something, I just want to make sure you're not ungrouping or making new groups just to do it. That's not the way. You make new groups so that you are able to subtract and not have to go into negative numbers. All right, so the next part is just some more subtraction practice. We don't have a lot today. Please put that away, because you have your workbook. Or Haley, sorry. Randy's not here. All right, so we're going to go backwards. I'm going backwards to 247. And it does say to solve and check each problem. So I'm going to do the first one, and then I'm going to let you work in partners on the last few. So here's what that means. Subtract and check. What do you think we're going to check our work with? Which operation would check subtraction? Microphone answer. Addition. So let's watch. Ken, do this with me, but I'll do it, and then we'll do it, and then you can do it in partners. All right. Ken collects photographs as a hobby. He has 375 photographs in his collection at home. If Ken brought 225 of his photographs to share with his classmates, how many photographs did he leave at home? That tells me, as I visualize that he is subtracting. So go ahead and write 375 minus 225. Oh, this one's nice and easy. Why would I say this is nice and easy, Sonny? I don't have to ungroup. I don't have to borrow. I can do this easy peasy pumpkin squeezy. Lyric, what is the answer? 5 minus 5 is?
0.
7 minus 2?
5.
3 minus 2?
1.
Okay, so now I said I have to check my answer. Elena, what would I add together to make sure I did it right? What two numbers do you add together to see if you get the right answer?
You have to add 225 plus 150.
Okay, let's do it. Write it in your book. 225, easy peasy pumpkin squeezy. We don't have to make any new groups. 5 plus 0. 2 plus 5. 2 plus 1.
3.
Did we do it right?
Yeah.
Yep, so he has 150 photographs left. I'm just going to say photos. All right, let's do one more together, and then you guys are going to do the last two. Of the 212 third and fourth grade students, 165 attended the school festival. How many students did not attend? So I have 212. Oh, this one's not so easy. Minus 165. Do I have to make new groups, Lucas? Do I have to make new groups? Yeah, can I do 2 minus 5? Cross out the 1, make it a 0. Can I do 12 minus 5? What is that? 7. Can I do 0 minus 6?
No.
Make that a 1. Now I can do 10. 10 minus 6 is 4. 1 minus 1 is nothing, right? All right, Cooper. How do I find if I got the right answer? What do I have to do? Not quite. That's not giving me the right answer. What numbers do I add together? That's going to work. 165 plus 47 should equal 212. Let's try it. 5 plus 7 is 12. 6 plus 1 is 7, plus 4 is 11. Did I get 212? Yeah. Did we do it right? Yes, so the answer is 47 students. So that's how you check your work using the inverse operation. So you're going to do the next two problems that are just like that. Haley looks like you have some work to catch up on. Why don't you go sit right in front? I'll put you guys in breakout rooms so you guys can work on numbers 3 and 4. Here we go. All right, guys, join your room. Does anybody not have a partner? Lyric needs a partner. So Lyric, Haley, and Max, you guys could work together.
Lila will be right back, so Lila's gonna need a partner too.
Okay, Lila's gonna need a partner. So Lyric, you gotta get up and move me. No one's gonna come to you. Why don't you work with Haley? You guys do the partner. Do you need a partner?
Max, you wanna work with Lila as soon as she's back? Go sit with her. She did a lap of fresh air. You can get started.
Okay.
Hey guys, some of you are saying I'm finished. You didn't follow the directions. What are you supposed to be doing? Checking your work with addition. You should have 2 problems for each one. 2 problems for each one. A subtraction problem and then the addition problem.
I know that, did you guys finish everything already, or did Renee come in? Oh, well, but you could, still, Okay, so we're doing 191. So why don't we go, so, tell her we can start it on that? Yes.
Okay, guys, you may not have finished exactly. That's okay. How'd we do in our breakout rooms? Did we get at least one of them done? Okay, let's see how we did. Yeah, Jensen, good. Okay. All right, so today, Becky's mom has 653 CDs in her collection. Becky's aunt has 438 CDs in her collection. How many more tells us to subtract? So you should have subtracted 663 minus 438. Josh, Lewis, what'd you get? 215. Did anyone disagree? All he had to do was check that. I saw Sawyer do this. I loved it. That's how he checked his work. He wrote 215 CDs, and then he checked to make sure that this answer would equal the top. And it did. Nice job. All right, Cooper, what'd you get for number 4? 750 minus 559. Does anyone disagree? 191? I saw this is where you hesitated to check your work. You had to just go backwards. I wish I had room. I would have just added 191 plus 559, but I didn't. If you added it up, you would have gotten 750. And that answer was 191 tickets. All right, 6 to 5. How do we do on those problems? Lucas, can you sit down, please? I'm still teaching. Thanks, bud. Okay, everybody else is good. Jensen, too? Yes. Thank you, sir. Ben? Good, because they can relate. Okay, I see a lot of 5s. I think we get it, how they're related. That makes me happy. Thermometer on our learning target. Subtraction, multi-digit, ungrouping. We're getting to the end of our unit. I do need to remind my Gavin, we did not get your problem solving number 5. Gavin, did you hear me? I need you to go back and finish that and turn it in for me. That would be great. The rest of you, you can start on 4.15 on things to-do list and Think Central, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a great night. You guys, good work today. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.